know if y'all can hear me, but you're not supposed to be able to at this point. So if you can, that's a mistake. It means I need to update my wait screen. Whoa. That comic has nothing to do with. All right, y'all should be able to hear me now. I don't know what I don't know why you can hear dinner plates, but not me talking. That's exciting. We'll get started in a few minutes. I don't know. Start at 1. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, you should be able to hear me talking now. So right now you're sort of seeing in real time a bind that I have when I'm teaching, which is that some students, will show up on time or even early, and then some students will show up 10 minutes late. And like, what do you do for those students in those 15 minutes? Like, do you just tell them to just twiddle their thumbs for a while? And there's answers to those questions if you're a sophisticated teacher. And I hope to one day be one. But for right now, it's tricky. Yeah, teach them Netrunner. That's a good, yeah. So what I sometimes do is I'll say stuff that I'm planning on repeating anyway. Right here we have the skill tree, the skill tree for today. What we're going to be doing first, of course, we got to build a Cowbird deck, a Netrunner deck themed around Cowbirds. But before we do that, I think what makes sense is that we level up the skill tree a little bit. Basically, how this is going to work is that y'all in the chat can request topics, and if you request a topic, I'll talk about it. And you might think, I really, really want to know why Cowbirds are successful, but guess what? You can't. You don't have clearance for that right now. You're at like red level clearance at best, and so you don't have clearance for this topic. But if you got this topic, you could go to these topics, and that's the gamification of some mundane information that I care about. But this is kind of like I imagine most people are like, it's ironically hearing information, which is a good way to do it. It is 1. So why don't we start out? I will take the first suggestion in the chat of one of these 2 level 1 topics. What do you want to hear about first? And then after we do that, we will after we do that, I will we'll build a Cowbird deck, and yeah, so all right, we're gonna hear why are they called the Cowbirds. Thank you, SCD. All right, so we got this skill leveled up. Nice. All right, so the reason they're called Cowbirds, this is actually kind of a misconception, because some people think they're called Cowbirds because they look like cows or something. Every once in a while, people know I love Cowbirds, and they'll see some white and black bird, and they'll send me a message like, is this what you're talking about? Is this your favorite thing? But the truth is a little bit more mundane than that, and that is just they hang out with steer a lot. They used to. They were plains birds. They really enjoy living on the side of, like, they like living near trees, but just sort of not in the trees. They don't like the forest. And so they really like places where cows are going, because cows are going to sort of graze that land down. And open up Netrunner DB. We need that. Graze that land down. And so one of the things that I'm sort of tipping my hand right now at some of these future topics, but I think today you might even want to call them lawnmower birds, because the thing that's really getting all that grass low where they can get some grass seed and everything is lawnmowers. Cowbirds and humans, best friends. All right, so let's build a cowbird deck, because that's going to be pretty important. We have one of our topics leveled up. Great job, everybody. We need to build a cowbird deck, and we might need a few more cowbird. You might need a little bit more background on cowbirds. Like we'll talk more about this, but a big thing with cowbirds is that they don't build their own nests. They put eggs in the nests of other birds. And so, we're going bird heavy here. I think there's not I mean, we could do, so we have a few options. We could do bird enthusiast herself, Khan, Savvy Skip Tracer. She's got a bit of a bird theme. I don't think there's any good options in Shaper. I wouldn't really consider cowbirds ethical freelancers, would you? I wouldn't. So I think for now, let's go with Quetzal, which is a pronunciation I think I'm just stealing from what Andre does. Oh, I'm going to start recording this. Hopefully it doesn't drag everything too slow. I don't think we can build a con deck because we need a lot of influence in these decks to function. Okay, so I'm going to try and thematically justify all the cards I put in my deck. Obviously, one thing that we got to put in there is 3x Parasite, because cowbirds are my favorite obligate brood parasite, and even my favorite parasite, and parasites are legal again. That's pretty cool. I think we can also justify Sure Gamble. Thing about cowbirds is that they just lay a lot of eggs all over the place and are sort of guaranteed that some of them are gonna succeed. So that's something they can do. One thing that we're gonna talk about if we level up that skill is mafia behavior in cowbirds. But I think we could probably reference the mob in some way if we had it. I know Mr. Lee rotated, but if anybody has any good mafia type suggestions, I'd be happy to put them in the deck. Let's see. Dirty Laundry is ooh, Lucky Find. Can we play that? I don't think so. I think we should play Rebirth and the reason why is that I don't know how we would possibly justify E3 in a cowbird deck, because E3 seems like a cool thing you put on your hand. Like cowbirds don't even have hands. I don't think we can justify that. Yeah, Dadiana. Let's put a Dadiana Shakan in there. Well, maybe we'll put some more in there if we need them. But yeah, Dadiana Shakan is definitely in the mob. And Dadiana Shakan is kind of similar to cowbirds, where if everything's going okay, they'll leave you alone. But and maybe they'll even give you stuff like credits or eggs. But if things don't go their way, things will. Oh, actually, speaking of eggs. Oh no, Quetzal's weird egg rotated, right? Echo Mind? Well, Echo Mind, it wasn't even this weird egg. I don't know what this weird egg is. I've looked at it a lot because I've been thinking about Quetzal outlarts, and I have no idea what this weird egg they're holding is. It's not Echo Mind. I don't know. It's tricky. Okay, so we need Trimoff. Is Trimoff still legal? That's a good question. We should put a Trimoff in here. I thought Trimoff was Honor and Profit. Yeah, baby. All right, look at that econ. Okay. Are there any good cards that we should put in here so that our deck works? Probably. I don't think we can. Can we justify any of the heat breakers? Probably. Musazi's a bird. All right. So the thing about cowbirds is that they lay their eggs in the nests of other species. So one of the things that's cool about cowbirds is that they're super chill with other birds. They'll hang out with them. So I think we have total free reign to put any bird card in this deck, no questions asked. Putting a Musazis in there is a little bit bad because the card doesn't do anything, but we still could do it. What else is birds? I mean, most of the bird breakers are anarch or criminal, so maybe that's what we're doing. I mean, cowbirds. Truthfully, cowbirds don't really tend to f around with hawks and stuff. So, or falcons. Yeah, the brood. Yeah, the brood parasitism sure is obligate behavior. They don't build nests. So if you have any nest cards in here, if you're suggesting some like building a nest card, get out of here. That is not what we want. Speaking of just like putting a bunch of random stuff that's on something that doesn't belong to you, like they do with their nests, we got to put in, both because Netflix is a sponsor of the stream and because of how cowbirds work, we got to put some Queen's Gambits in here. Let's put in some... Can't thematically justify... Let's put in some Wanton Destruction. We'll talk more about the Wanton Destruction cowbirds will do. They also benefit from deforestation. Does that help anybody? Give me some suggestions if you could think of ways in which deforestation... Political graffiti. I don't totally get it, but, we got to get to 45 cards. I'm so excited to try and win a game with this. We do have money, so that's good. We have a golden. That's pretty good. Let's play... what are the other birds? Wasn't there an alt art for Amina that had a bird? I don't think so. Abigail is a person. They do eat bugs, but this card doesn't do anything. Also, they don't love bugs, but it's just something they will eat. They are early birds, definitely, absolutely. Great point. Should we play 2 of these? Yeah, we should. That brings something to mind that we could do, which is we could play an Apocalypse deck, or we could just put a random Apocalypse in our deck. That's probably more at our speed. And I don't even know why I'm putting breakers in this deck. We're Quetzal. We don't need them. Though we can put a little bug in our deck because that is part of the... All right, we're not playing 2 early birds. We can play Palangi because cowbirds will eat bugs every once in a while. Their main diet is seeds and stuff, but... Oh, is sound dropping off? It might be. 1 second. So let's see if I can... What if I do this? Yeah, is the stream working for people? It might not be. I don't really know what I'm doing. Yeah, it's saying my encoding is overloaded. Are cowbirds the charming devil? I don't know what that means. Alright, so I'm encoding on hardware, which is I think what I'm supposed to do. Well, I'm really out of my element with this kind of stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, a lot of people are saying they're having some issues, so it's probably not just your end, but here we are. I'm going to actually just stop recording, and we'll just not have a good... Maybe I can pull it off Twitch. I don't know how things work. Alright, so we should probably try and justify some... Ooh, can we put a cradle in here? Yeah, because cradles are like nests, and they don't have nests. So, we can't put Faust in here. That's a little bit too... I think we can put en passants because it's a little bit. Let's see. So it looks like some people. Yeah. The problem is that I'm not really confident enough with my OBS skills to know for sure that I'd love to say yeah it's on your end, but I really can't say that for sure. Oh no, I just thought one of the things that I really like about cowbirds is that they if you're a American patriot like I am, they are the number one obligate brood parasite, brown-headed cowbirds are, of North America. So take that, cuckoos. Oh, good point. They are medium birds. That's excellent. Yeah, and actually we'll talk about that. They are not small birds. They're not big birds, but they are medium birds. And that I will directly tie that into this if we ever get to that. So absolutely, they are medium birds. Eater, yeah, I mean they're animals. We can play an eater. Why not? That's going to help us out, like that we can at least access servers in some way. Now, can we justify Stargate? I don't think we can. Can anybody justify Stargate thematically? I don't think so. I'd love to get Data Sucker in here because it works nicely with Parasite, but we just can't, right? A card that I do want to put in here, because a thing that's interesting about cowbirds is that they lay their eggs in other birds' nests, so they sort of get raised by sparrows and other random things. So I think Rebirth thematically fits, and I'm not trying to just justify this weird card, but I sincerely think Rebirth is a card we should have in a cowbird deck. This was so much easier with Gregor Mendel, I gotta say. Okay, so our deck's really bad. Are they? I think they're mostly their blood is real. Unfortunately, that's a good shout. I think they're mostly diurnal. So why do you ask? Oh, for adjusted chronotype. We do have this. I guess we have Wanton, so that's not nothing. Chopbot. I can really thematically justify Chopbot because Chopbot will eat anything, and and cowbirds are generalists in terms of what they eat. I don't know if this card does anything for us, but let's just put it in there. We're gonna basically what we're going to do on JNet is see if I can win with a hot sack of garbage. Yeah, I think the saddest thing about Mendel Facts is that I totally messed up recording them. Like maybe I should even just redo. Oh, are birds real? Should we have some fake birds? There's that criminal fake bird. How can I justify 0? I basically can't, right? One thing that cowbirds do. I mean, this isn't a very exciting console, but they are sometimes they'll sort of take your egg and put their own egg there. So I think we can put this in the deck turntable. That's a console that switches things around. We can do that. How are we doing on cards? We got 32 cards. We need at least 13 more. This deck really doesn't work. Can we work daily casts? Definitely not, right? Can we do dirty laundry? No, but you know what? Cowbirds are hardworking, and cowbirds will lay like 40 eggs in a breeding season. That is impressive stuff. I thought there were more egg cards, I gotta say. Is Rozeki an egg card? It does have a... You know what? We need some more Mew. We're gonna put some Rozekis in here, and we're gonna say that they look like grass seed. SCD doing a lot of work to try and help me out here. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna put a Maw in there. Ooh, I wasn't expecting that. Thank you. Just brought some tea. How are y'all doing?
By the way, I'm confused. I thought today was Saturday, so you're not teaching a class.
No, I'm not. The great thing about this is that I'm trying to teach people stuff, but I have zero accountability for if they learn anything. It rules. I mean, they are a force of nature, but why are we even bothering, right? Oh, I'm going to play human first because... Oh, yeah, Res Eggy. Let's just do it. We need the help. Man, you should have seen my Gregor Mendel stream. Just everything makes so much sense. I made like one semi-speculative card include where I put a celebrity gift so my Jinteki Dex econ worked, but it was so pure. It was really good. Look at what we're forced to deal with now. It's a shame we can't play that card that goes in and like trashes every. Ooh, isolation. Does that do anything? Yeah, exactly. We'll just put them all in there. I think I am sympathetic that Maw is not that great of a card, but the fact is, if you just need a win, if you just want to get a random win off of JNet, sometimes just having a Maw in your deck is good. Run amok. Do we want that? Can we say they run amok? Yes, because they're an ecological menace. Are any of the companions cool animals? Liberated account? We can't really justify that. That's a shame. Ooh, we could play Trickster Taka. They are trickster birds. Let's play a Trickster Taka. Now we got an econ. That's it. That's an entire econ. Let's play two of them. That's an economic plan there. The main Cowbird fact, if you weren't paying attention, is that Cowbirds are not named Cowbirds because they look like cows, but rather because they are plains birds and hang out with bison and stuff. You could call them bison birds. You could call them lawnmower birds because they hugely benefit from humans mowing a bunch of grass. We probably should have put in a second bug. I think we should put in a mass install thematically, but what's the point? Let's see. Yeah, Bison Birds is a good name. You know what? Let's just cheat. I don't know what the point of this. Why do I need a stim hack if we don't have any breakers? Okay, so this is way deeper of a dive than is justified, but I want to have another econ card in my deck. And let me tell you something about guinea pig. I saw this really cool study. Oh, do you have a card related to them being lawnmower birds? Lawnmower Man. Who's Lawnmower Man? Oh. I don't know what that means. But I want to tell you all about this study that I'm using to justify putting another econ card in my deck. What should I cut for this? What's a joke card that I put in here for no reason? Let's go down to 2-eater. We might win. We might win a game. Oh, Egret. Egret isn't legal anymore. Right? Didn't Egret rotate? It's sad, but true. Egret would be great for us. We do have Palangis, which is a bug, so that's sort of on theme. But I don't think Egret is still available. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, I think this list is perfect, and let's go win some games with it. Perfect Cowbird deck. Let's win a game on JNet Casual. Okay, before we get started with JNet Casual, let's go back to our skill tree here. So we've learned why they're called Cowbirds. What would people like? That's one of our red level clearance topics. What would people like to learn about next? I'm going to close my eyes, and whatever the next suggestion I see is when I open them is what we'll do. All right, so I would like y'all to, and nobody suggested anything. All right, I need y'all to pick either. So with here are the skills that the things we have available. The thing that is messed up about this, in terms of me thinking through how this is going to work, is that I kind of needed to tell you some Cowbird facts so this deck building would make any sense. But here we are. Let's see. Yeah, oh, you want to get Cowbirds? Do you want to hear about this? I mean, that one will be short because I've already talked about it some. So the skill goes like this. All right, we'll do what they eat. Okay, yeah, let's learn what they eat. So cowbirds, much like I've been sort of saying, so this is a more green level clearance kind of thing. What cowbirds eat is they're mainly eating grass seed, so they are very happy to just be eaten on your lawn. They'll certainly, mess around with a bird feeder if you got one, but they're just eating grains. But like a lot of birds that just peck around on the grass, they get a lot of their protein just from accidentally eating bugs. Yeah, and so cowbirds, like I said, they got their name from being, following around bison, and they kind of wanted to because they wanted to follow where the grass was low, because that's kind of where they got their food the best. Okay, cowbird deck. All right, we are going to win a game. I feel it. Let's tell them we're streaming. Hopefully that doesn't get the best people in the world to come bring their A game. But you know what? I'll crush them. Hopefully what we're going to face is a really, really slow, grindy net damage deck, because then all our bad cards are as good as anybody else's cards, and then we can just click for credits and eventually win the game in 10 years. Yeah, they mostly don't intentionally eat bugs, but like bugs just, you just pick up a bug, you're just going around. It's not what they're seeking, But yeah, cowbird diet. They'll eat snails too. Oh, I forgot that. Yeah. Here, while we wait for a game, if anybody wants another thing off the tree, I'll take the next suggestion. Oh, I forgot to have a topic about the phylogeny of cowbirds. That's my fault. That's a really cool one. Ooh, Piranha Foods. Oh, we got all the greatest cards in our deck. Look at this combo. All right. So, I would love to wanton them. That's a nice way to win games by accident. So that's something we're going to be interested in doing. Though if they leave HQ open on turn 1, probably we can't. Wantoning is not super on the table. All right, let's do it. What is this? Nice. So that's joke's on them because all our cards are bad. Oh, those are fun cards. All right, easy peasy. Presumably there's 7 points in there, and we'll win the game. All right, let's play my friend Taka. Let's gain a credit. Let's do this. Let's gain a credit. What are they going to do? Neural us? They can't, I don't think. I don't know the rules of this game. It's nice that we don't lose to and just them finding a card that says end the run. What does Cradle do? Oh, that card's cool. Ooh. That's exciting. How many agendas are there? It really makes me want to go check. Interesting. So they've told us that they're very grindy. I kind of want to put my code gate breaker down because that's all I have that breaks code gates, but it's a little silly. Let's run server 1. Sandberg, what? Oh, this I didn't think of. How are we going to use Trickster Taka if we don't have any breakers? So they're on some cool stuff. You'll love to see it. Well, easy come, easy go, you know? Hopefully it's just 3 face downs. Yeah, we did it. So this Sandberg's really confusing because the Imor makes me think they're trying to grind us out, but Sandberg makes me think that they're doing something else. So I have no idea. Let's run R&D. What's the worst that can happen? All right. The worst thing that can happen is that I feel bad that I didn't install this medium. Oh, buddy. Okay. I feel like this Queen's Gambit is going to be good. Fine. I guess I could have boosted it. Whatever. Alright, let's Queen's Gambit this. Let's draw. I don't know why we need this much money. Let's put down a medium. Whatever. Maw would be pretty nice right now. Did our Maws get trashed? One of them did. Ah, perfect. Early bird. Just what we needed. Huh. Okay. Let's run R&D. What's the worst that could happen? I'm very excited about what they're doing. What? Okay. Well, let's do the bird thing, I guess. This is kind of good. Look, now I wish that I run amok into that server. Well, yeah, let's just go access a bunch of cards. Ah, sick. Wow, what a fool. Let's put this down. We're all poor now. That's good. Do y'all remember when people Polana Agriplex would show up in a lot of Polana decks, and people would call decks that didn't have it "no bad cards Polana"? kind of rude. Gene Splicer, cool. Ike, nice. Yeah, sure. Easy peasy. Hey, we gained 3 credits with Human First. That's incredible. So, right now, we haven't really been thinking about this game from a Cowbird's perspective. And I think, to what extent I'm not doing so well, I think that's why. I think they're actually, living that Cowbird life pretty well, because they're just showing us, they're sort of like, look, Arc Lockdown. What? Okay, yeah, sure, fair. Yeah, because they don't know our deck doesn't make any sense. So it makes sense that they're playing, like, around us being able to do stuff. Should I give up 2 cards to gain $6? How many breakers have I lost already? That kind of matters. If I don't have any breakers, money's less important. I have a lot of stuff to trash. Hey. Alright, maybe we'll just maw them to death. Their game plan is clearly to run us out of cards. I think that's the common thread of all these different things they're doing. And is it going to work against us? Probably, because I'm bad at Netrunner. Should it work against us? Probably not. Oh, they're... Okay. Maybe I shouldn't be drawing cards so much because they're Polana, so it doesn't matter. But here we are. So we cannot break code gates anymore. Is that right? I think so. We do have a few more parasites, so that's a way to deal with. Ooh, did I? Oh, no. Oh, I see. They're saying nice, but I think these are all agendas. All right. So I guess you just run out of eggs because you lay 45 eggs in a breeding season. But if at some point you're out of eggs, right? So this, I mean, I think this. Oh, they were all agendas. Wow. Wow, Human First gained so much money that didn't actually end up doing anything. All right, so the Cowbird deck is perfect. Let's celebrate with another Cowbird fact. Somebody pick what next thing on the skill tree you want to learn about. That was a cool deck. Clearly they're just trying to wait a while until we run out of cards, but that's fine. All right, what's a Cowbird fact that we can? Yeah, where do you want to go on the skill tree? I think Anataris was saying he wanted to work, or they want to work towards Cowbirds versus Cuckoos. So maybe we'll just do this, right? Yeah. I agree. That seems like the right line. Okay, so let's talk about the Cowbird breeding behavior while we get a new game. We might also make a corp deck too. I have a lot of ideas for that. No. So you can go here. You can go here. So we're going to talk about this now. So then you can go anywhere the arrows are pointing from a thing you already have. So you could go here. You could go here. You could go here. Or you could go here. So you had 3 choices. Now you're going to have more choices. You're going to have 4 choices. What a day. All right. So Cowbird breeding behavior. We got to talk about it. It's embarrassing that I haven't talked about it yet. The thing with cowbirds that is interesting is they do not build nests at all. They just lay their eggs in the nests of other species, and they lay. Oh, another thing where is Chopbot going to do something for us? Probably not. Environmental impact. Yeah, we can warm them up to that. That one's going to be pretty good. Yeah. We're gonna have I'm excited to talk about the environmental. We're getting into the good topics. That's the thing that's good. That's exciting. Once we level up in the tree, I'm gonna Queen's Gambit this Project BL. It's gonna be so fun. All right, somebody pick 1 or 2. What should I Queen's Gambit? Server 1, server 2. I'm Queen's Gambiting one of them. Alright, I'm just installing this Rizeki. Draw a card. Okay, perfect. You would have been right. Both answers were correct. Okay, we'll try again next time. Alright, server 3 or server 4 or server 5. What should I Queen's Gambit? Oh, I'm sorry. I can't do 2 anymore. Oh, there's a delay. Okay, so I can't do these timely things. Okay, so I'm just gonna do. Okay, so I won't ask you to do gameplay decisions. Let's day job. Yeah. So what I need y'all to do is tell me ahead of time what server that you think is still going to be an eligible Queen's Gambit topic you think I should Queen's Gambit. All right, all right. Well, that was less of a choice, huh? Wow, 3 would have been a disaster, huh? All right, let's go here. We have 1 million credits. That's good, right? I don't know how Netrunner works, but we're winning. I so hope that's a Project BL. Yeah, 3 was wrong. 3 was really wrong. I don't know what 5 is. What would they not res? Because they scored an agenda, so that makes me think they probably have... Alright, so if I put down a code gate breaker, I can probably get in through most stuff. Because I am Quetzal. I mean, it could be a tour guide. Cali testing? We can trash that. Hey, what happened to all my money? That's messed up. Messed up. Let's trash some of their stuff while we're here. And let's just do that. This is probably good. I don't know how to beat CTM. Yeah, so we just put 3 eggs on their nest, even though on their corp card, even though that's not our nest, but we just put some eggs there. Pretty good stuff. Ooh, what are they doing? Oh, Sandstone City Grid's around now. That's bad for us. I would like to install a medium and run R&D. I hope I get a non-seed to death. Oh, Data Raven. That's fine. Let's Run HQ. I don't know. Laura has told me that, like, the key to... Ooh. Yeah, whatever. Oh, right! Wow! Look at Human First. Laura has told me that the key to beating CTM is to pressure centrals really hard, but then, like, there's all this stuff, and, like, I pressure centrals hard, and then they do... I don't understand how to play Netrunner. Netrunner's really hard. I imagine if you were good at Netrunner, it would be easier, but I'm not. Whoa, look at that. All right, so we gotta talk... Remember this when we start talking about Mafia behavior in Cowbirds, because that's exactly the kind of thing we're talking about. I don't know, let's run the server. What's the worst that could happen? Okay, let's pick this first. News team. Fine. This. Product placement? Cool, good for them. Oh, that was wrong. Oh well. Their deck is cool. They've got a cool CTM deck. And this card? Price. Wow. Wow, I'm so impressed. Their deck is really neat. Wow, we got riggedy wrecked by that. Now, if their last card is hard-hitting news, we're in trouble. Okay. Let's draw. Alright, you know who's trashing with Ma. This is not the right thing to do, but I think I just play, click for 1,000,000 credits, and then play Ma, and then hope to just randomly win? Is that a good game plan? I don't think it is. Why aren't they raising this? I don't know. Hello. What could this be that they're not rising it? A vanilla? Oof, that rules. Okay, let's... I do want to get this stupid card down. Let's gain a credit, run server 2. Boop. Hey, they trashed it. It's not an installed card anyway, so it's not... Yeah, so... That being and actually them stacking. Ooh, look at this. This is very snazzy. Look at them. Very cool. Are they gonna just score out of Bologna here? They could, maybe. What does this break? Code gates? That's no good. Whoa. They're just gonna say, I'm gonna protect everywhere. Good for them. Slot machine. Is that even worth breaking? Golden event. Nah. Neat. Let's draw. A little bit of lag, no worries. And let's... They saw it. Let's turn into Omar Kyung. We are not a Quetzal after all. We are actually this guy. Actually, playing the Rebirth is a bad line in case they weren't reading what came off the slot machine. But, you know, what can you do? Okay, what should we do? Interesting. Is there any way to trash this? Not really. Palangi's very cool. Maybe next turn we can assault this server. Though, if they don't score out a thing, why do we want to? Why do we care? I probably should have clicked Omar, see what happens, but I didn't. Neat. Hey, human first. Pretty decent. I missed the context for why you said they should print a region that hosts other regions, but I'm happy you did. Oh, we're not Quetzal anymore, so maybe we can't get in the server. Okay, well, that's okay. Sometimes bad things happen to nice people like me. Program resource. Ooh, Parasite's a nice program. What is this to break? Yeesh. Oops. How much is this to break? A lot. Wow, somebody's really bad at Netrunner. It's me. Okay. Wow, we regret not being Quetzal. Well, we lose the game, which is going to hurt our game plan. All right. All right. Yeah, it's letting them know that their deck is a Nito. Yeah, I really like that deck. All right. Let's do another Cowbird topic, and then after that, let's try and build a Corp deck. Cowbird Corp deck. All right, so what on the skill tree would you like to hear about next? We have a lot of champions for some of these different topics. What do you want to level up on the skill tree? We have some. We could get into our blue level, or our blue level topics, or we could flesh out our green level clearances here. What would you like to know about? We have seen a parasite. We're the parasite. Okay, I saw cuckoos. We're doing cuckoos. Okay, so what's the difference between cowbirds and cuckoos, besides the fact that, of course, they're different animals? So cuckoos are probably the most famous obligate brood parasite. Not all cuckoos, I don't think, are... Sorry, Kenny. Too slow. Sean's on that cuckoos speed thing. So not all cuckoos, I think, are obligate brood parasites, but a lot are. And one of the things that's a big general difference, and of course, right now I'm talking about, so cowbirds are a genus. There's multiple birds that are cowbirds. And one topic that I don't have here that I think is actually kind of cool is that they recently, within the last 20 years, discovered through looking at the DNA of cowbirds that all the birds that seem sort of related to the cowbirds, they used to think that some birds that were related to cowbirds that weren't obligate brood parasites, so birds that did make their own nests, were I need a diagram for this. Give me a second. Where can I draw? Draw a picture. Here we go. Let's go to Draw Island. Oh, perfect. Okay. So what we used to think was that there was a bunch of different cowbirds, and we thought that the relationship between the cowbirds was like this, where there was like this other bird over here that didn't build a nest. So I'm going to use this symbol to mean they didn't build a nest. So there's like an upside down nest. I don't know. So there's an upside down nest. And then they thought there was another bird that did build nests, but it was like the one cowbird that didn't build nests. And then they also thought there was this other sort of related bird that was more distantly related. I think it was called the screaming something bird. I might be misremembering which exactly. What I might have misremembered. Thanks for noticing, Sean. Misremembering what the specific birds are, but basically I thought this was the relationship where these birds that didn't build nests were more closely related to this bird than this bird. But then they did some evolutionary analysis and they found out that actually the tree was different, where the relationships were actually these three birds. Can I have change color? I've never used this site before in my life. These three birds were actually more closely related to each other than this bird. And they changed the name of this bird away from being a cowbird, and now all cowbirds are known to be obligate brood parasites. Kind of cool. But anyway, so there's more than one cowbird, and just like that, there's more than one cuckoo. And so I'm talking about general themes for cowbirds. And general themes for cuckoos. They're not all the case. I think there's even some cuckoos that do build nests. What a bunch of weirdos. But cuckoos, you probably know, you probably heard about cuckoos, if from no other reason. Well, you've probably heard of cuckoo clocks, which have nothing to do with them being obligate brood parasites. If you know the term cuckold, or the more popular on the internet term cuck, it means some stuff that you can look up or ask your parents. But basically, that's related to this cuckoo behavior of laying eggs in the nest of another bird that isn't, and then have them go deal with your kids or whatever. Did you? Oh, you tended to talk on the South American cuckoo, which builds nests in pairs. That rules. But still pushes eggs out of the nest. Hardcore. One of the big differences between cuckoos and cowbirds is that cuckoos tend to, and they don't all do this, they tend to do something called egg mimicry, where they'll try and sort of match the eggs that they'll sort of specialize on one host animal. So they're like, I don't actually know what cuckoos tend to parasitize, but like, let's say they're super into parasitizing starlings. They would, like, an individual cuckoo species would tend to like only parasitize that one starling species, and they would even evolve such that their eggs would start to resemble the eggs of the bird they're parasitizing. Whereas cowbirds have a more laid back attitude. There are some individual cowbirds and like that will sort of specialize like on an individual basis, not the species, but like an individual cowbird will specialize on individual birds. But it tends to be like the brown-headed cowbird, the cowbird that's so successful in the United States. They'll lay their eggs in a lot of different birds' nests, and they do not engage in mimicry at all. There's some very fun pictures of cowbird and robin nests because you just look at this and you're like, come on, surely this bird should know what's up here. But you're saying that with your great human brain and also your great human eyes. There's some color cues here. What stops the host from removing foreign eggs from their nest? That's a good question. Sometimes they don't notice. Sometimes there's other things. Actually, you know what? Just for that question, what stops the host species from... you just unlocked a new skill tree path. Congratulations. But yeah, so this kind of thing where it's like that you don't see in cuckoos as much. Like cuckoos do egg mimicry, where I mean I'm not a bird. I'm not very good. Also, you know, birds, a lot of them aren't very smart. You know, yeah. Look at this. Look at these sweet cuckoo eggs. They're matching some other stuff. I don't know. Pretty good. This is not attention that cowbirds would ever do. Look at that. Yeah. All right. I think let's try and win one. We did win a game with with this deck. Let's do another. Let's do another deck. It's a shame I'm not recording this. This is just like I'm not gonna figure out how to take this video off of Twitch and put it on YouTube or whatever. Like I'd like to. I'm gonna try, but let's be real. I'm not gonna figure it out. And so this is like, you know, just this small show I'm doing for y'all. Cowbirds do not do egg mimicry. That's like a big difference between them and cuckoos. Instead, they do the machine grunt. Oh yeah, no, we can't put a mimic in the deck. That would be extremely inappropriate. They do not do egg mimicry. We'd love to see a mimic in the deck because our breakers are garbage. Maybe we should have a Mwanzi, or what is it called? The I forget the Yusuf breaker that breaks sentries. But wow, they got us so good with that NBN deck got us really good. I think obviously we were maybe not well equipped to handle what they were doing, but they also, I think, outplayed us pretty severely. I don't think we can handle that, right? We can't both get outplayed and have a bad deck. We're not going to get away with that. Another, you know, sort of mundane difference is that cuckoos tend to be, there are cuckoos in Malinzi. Thank you. There are cuckoos in continents besides Asia, of which Europe is a part of. But cowbirds are America's birds. America's the continent, not the continents. Because unlike Europe, and take note if the Olympic Committee is hearing this, Musazi, let's put it in the deck, right? What could it do? What's the harm? Let's cut a Trickster to Khan. We'll put in a Musazi. It might work. Yeah, just look last time at my Gregor Mendel theme decks. Like, it was just so, like, all these cards absolutely fit Gregor Mendel's career perfectly. This deck, not only everything fits together perfectly, but I went to a game night with this, and I went 3-0 with my Gregor Mendel theme deck. It's vaguely functional. Gregor Mendel is so much easier to build around than Cowbirds, and I'm glad I did the second, because maybe I would have been discouraged, but I'm not discouraged now. All right, while we wait for a game, let's do another. Let's unlock some more things on the skill tree. What would y'all like to hear about next? So we got our skill tree here. We do have some blue level topics that you have. Actually, I think we've unlocked all the blue level topics, so you could request any of those. What blue level topic, or we still have some green level topics we could unlock. What would you like to hear about? Wow, there is quite a delay. I'm looking at it right now on Twitch. All right, let's do environmental impact. Yeah, I love it. Okay, so the thing with Cowbirds is that Cowbirds tend to hurt a lot of. So the thing with Cowbirds is twofold. If you're raising the eggs, raising the young of a bird that isn't yours, that doesn't benefit you, a bird that doesn't benefit you genetically, that tends to have a hit on your own genetic fitness. You will be less able to have as many offspring go into the next generation. So basically, if a bird is also like if a robin is also raising a cowbird, they might just be less good at having as many robin babies go on to the next generation. And like in this amazing comic that I did, well, whatever, I'll find it later. You can personify that in a lot of ways. I think people tend to personify it in a very nasty way, but if we I think some of the things that we'll touch on here and here, you can actually personify it in a lot of different ways. But basically, it hurts for a robin to be raising these eggs. And so what happens is that if you have cowbird predation, or cowbird parasitization, more aptly, on a nest of a vulnerable bird, that can really hurt it. And the tough thing is that oftentimes cowbirds, like I said, they parasitize a lot of different birds. One of the things that's a big case for cowbirds is that they don't like to go deep into the forest. So there's this horrible dynamic where we'll keep this hand. This is amazing. Where let's say you have a bunch of forest, and like here's the forest, and you imagine deep in the forest, in the middle of the forest, there's some birds, and those birds aren't getting a lot of cowbird predation. Well, this is easy. Boom. Aren't getting a lot of cowbird predation because they're all deep in the forest. I mean, that's a Rashida, so that makes us a little sillier, but, you know. 3 less cards we have to worry about. But let's say you then cut down these trees. Now these birds have a smaller range, which is bad for them, and all of a sudden they're being predated by cowbirds. They're losing fitness to cowbirds, and that's just awful. It's just an awful double whammy that they're dealing with, and because of that, some people think that cowbirds have led a lot of species to extinction. And yeah, so it's a serious mess. I don't know how to play Rebirth. I don't play good Anarchs usually. Moonbot Virtual Tour, what the heck? And so, yeah, they can be. So having 2 back-to-back Rashidas after a Wanton is very nice. Maybe I should be a little less enthusiastic about this Rebirth, given that I don't have any good breakers in my deck. But, you know, here we are. Now, the cowardly thing to do would be to put the Eater down so that I can, like, face check, but not... I'm installing a million cards. That's bad. I'm going to Queen's Gambit, whatever this is. Okay, maybe I won't Queen's Gambit. I mean, I said I would. Let's run RD. Roto turret. Hey, we did it. Alright, so we can break Roto turret very nicely with Parasite. Oh, do cowbirds encourage deforestation to expand their habitat? And the answer to that is no. What is this? Malinzi? Really? What am I supposed to do with this? I don't know. All right, that was perfect. Let's access HQ. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I don't think MVT is standard in a Plana deck. Yeah, I think we've been seeing a lot of. I think all the decks we've played so far are not playing stuff that I would definitely expect from that archetype or from that ID, which is pretty exciting, right? All right. We still have a bunch of clicks. Wow, I can't believe how quickly they resolved that bacterial programming. That's fun. So a fun thing about double run amok, we can definitely get into a double ice server. Oh, we can't get into a triple ice server. Yikes. But maybe we still can. Let's go for it. I think let's match and fully break and jack out. And let's draw. Let's go back in. Oh, nice. Good for them. Ah. Alright, they mucked us pretty good. Whoa. Everybody's on these, like, very brutal, we've seen, how have we seen this much more? I've seen this ice 0 times in the last 10 years. Trojan horse. Joke's on you, we don't have any good programs. I wonder if they go for the... well, we do have Rozeki. I guess they're going to... I would trash the Rozeki, right? So, if they... So we can not prevent them from trashing the Rozeki. So they paid 5. That... Ooh, they went for Eater. Okay. Not bad. Let's gain some money. So they're trying to Trojan horse us, and we've only seen sentries. Is there sentry in our trash? No. We did just put Mo Lindsay in the deck, which doesn't do anything, but those run amoks were great. Just like real Cowbirds, they're great at running amok. I don't think we install Maw here. Gosh, I would just love to just be rude and just gonna gain credits. I don't know. Netrunner is hard. Yeah, I've been playing 99 card max and it rules. I really think they're on only sentries. And what that makes me think is if I just draw cards. Maybe I can just push my way past. I think I probably shouldn't pay 2 to draw another card, because if I draw my Sentry Breaker... Nah, I'm going to do it. What's this one? This is the one that they didn't want to res last time. Ooh, Malinzi. Alright, let's trash those cards off the top of our deck. Oh, we didn't lose our Sentry Breaker. That's cool. Alright, well, fair enough. Not our finest hour. They are poor. Oh, maybe we should have run HQ. Oh, wow. We really should have run HQ instead of... What did we do? Alright, Cobra. Alright, Rototurret, no problem. Are they gonna... Okay. Are they gonna get our Mwans? Are they gonna get our Musashi? I mean, that's obviously what their game plan is. They're trying to hit our Sentry Breaker. And... Okay, alright. I really don't want to draw for cards, but I think I need to. Hey. Oh, I definitely should have drawn for another card before I did this. Well, let's run back in anyway. Wow, they're poor. Mental health clinic, fascinating. I think that's fine. I guess that could be Rashida. It is. Okay, that's sad. Wait, what are they? They don't have any cards in their deck. What are they gonna do? Are those the cards we wanted? Maybe. Maybe we already won the game. Could be. What? Come on. Hey, look at us. We got our killer. This killer's really efficient against a lot of their stuff. Oh, so, I mean, they do have the Trojan Horse plan. So, yeah. So they're trying to Trojan Horse us. And also they have some Marcus baddies. That seems sweet. But they're kind of running low on resources here. Like, they gotta win the game somehow? I don't know. I mean, I think at the money I had, I don't need to be that aggressive, but like, I'm definitely not running HQ anymore. I could run, I could Omar run. It's pretty sweet. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run, click twice, and then run R&D. Because I think forcing them to res some ice is good. Ooh, what if we do... No, we're not gonna use the ability. Okay. Well then, let's do this. Oh no, wait. We're a little short, because I'd love to Malinsey this, whatever. I mean, them getting a preemptive action isn't that bad. It's fine. What? Interesting. So I have just enough money to do the thing, which seems really tempting. Match, break, and then, I don't know, it's fun to do, right? That's definitely the wrong thing to do. Hey. All right, that was all right. So our yeah, we probably didn't need to be that aggressive. But here we are. So our Cowbird runner deck has a winning record. Let's evolve our skill tree and then let us build a corp deck. All right. Yeah, Cowbird deck's very strong. I think a lot of people try and build around a win condition, and what they really need to do is just pick a science concept to build their deck around, and that's really the key to picking up wins. This tea's a little cold. I didn't drink it fast enough. So good, though. All right, what do we want to see next on the skill tree? Yeah, let's do Mafia. We did it. All right. So, oh wait, no, that's a blue level clearance. For those of you who are colorblind, I got some red and some green going on there. Maybe the shades are different enough that you can tell. Sorry. Anyway, so Mafia behavior in Cowbirds. What is that? So there's this thing. So Cowbirds, they lay their eggs all over the place, and the sort of stereotype of a Cowbird is that they just go, go party, go eat some grass seed, go accidentally eat some bugs, go eat a snail, But I think that picture of Cowbirds as being totally inattentive parents is not quite accurate, because they have this behavior called Mafia behavior in Cowbirds. That term, I think, comes from a paper that was called Mafia behavior in Cowbirds. Yeah, heck yeah. Retaliatory Mafia behavior in Cowbirds. And what this is Cowbirds are very successful in as an invasive species? That's a really interesting question. We can tack that on to why are Cowbirds successful. That's a really interesting question. You should definitely make a lake eutrophication deck. I think that sounds really good. I actually don't know what eutrophication means in this or any context. But what I do know about is retaliatory mafia behavior in cowbirds. And what it is that cowbirds will watch the nest that they laid their eggs in. And if you reject their egg, if you're like, if you're a robin and you go to this nest and you're like, I think something's fishy about this egg here. You're like, something's not right about this. What cowbirds will do is they'll come and wreck your nest. They'll retaliate, and so then your breeding fitness goes down because all your eggs got destroyed. So that's kind of so basically this robin here in this video, American robin rejects a cowbird egg, is playing with fire because maybe they're going to be dealing with mafia behavior where the cowbird says, you're not supporting my bird, you're going to suffer. Not all cowbirds do this, but it has been seen, and it makes sense that would be a behavior that could have a positive fitness impact for those cowbirds, because they're sort of saying, look, maybe the fitness cost of raising my bird is high, but not as high as the fitness cost of rejecting my bird. That said, this is a new thing that cowbirds have developed as part of an arms race. I mean, it was new at some point. I don't know when it evolved. But this was a new thing as part of an arms race because, in general, we were talking about how, those poor suckers, if a bird hasn't been parasitized. How do I clear this? Delete. Yeah. So if there's a bird and it hasn't been parasitized by cowbirds because it lives in the deep forest over here. Here's the forest, and it's deep in the forest, so the cowbird can't get to it. Its nest is over here. One thing that people think is that, the birds that live over here, they've been parasitized by cowbirds a lot. They can take a look at a nest and be like, this is not right. And so they suffer from cowbird parasitism less. But the bird that is in here that hasn't evolved any kind of defenses, it hasn't really been, it doesn't even have the behavior to check its eggs to see if anything's funny. Why would something be funny? Crows can count, but most birds are not as smart as crows. Crows are really smart. That's why American crows are my second favorite bird. Anyway, so in general, having some scrutiny of your egg to tell when a cowbird egg is among your eggs is good, but mafia behavior in cowbirds flips that on its head because it says, you mess with my nest, you're going to feel the pain. And I'm not that familiar with mafias, but I understand the connection. Like, it's a protection racket. Just take care of this egg and you'll get the protection of the cowbird mafia. It's why, if you are playing a Pokemon game, there are no cowbirds in Pokemon, but I recommend this Pokemon, it's based on a crow, but it's a trickster bird. It's dark type, dark type is the type of trickery. And quite rightly, this trickster bird evolves into Haunch Crow, which has got sort of a sort of a mafia theme to it. And Ateris, if you're watching this somehow and you cannot see the comments, mess with my nest, die like the rest. Exactly. Brilliant. So that's retaliatory mafia behavior by cowbirds. And if you're looking at our ultraviolet clearances here, you might know that I tend to I'm inclined to sort of defend cowbirds. But, the mafia behavior seems kind of jerky. Another thing cowbirds will do is that so not all cowbirds do this, but they'll, when they go and lay an egg in a nest, they'll they'll kill another egg. Or cowbird babies will sort of push the other eggs out of the nest, other fledglings out of the nest. But if we get to this topic, we can talk about why they don't necessarily have to. Okay, so what I want to do right now is let's build a corp deck for cowbirds. So how are we going to do this? Now, last time we had a Gregor Mendel deck. It was kind of easy, you know. One of his charges was helping with agriculture, so we just went with ag infusion. What are we going to do for Cowbirds ID wise? I think we should go with Tenon. And I know, if you know me, you know that I love Tenon, and so like I might be trying to force Tenon. But the reason I'm thinking Tenon is that Tenon has this ability that lets you put counters on other people's cards. And I think we should lean heavy on that on that ability. We should just play all the things that let us put our counters on other people's cards. So even though it doesn't have, also the fact that we have Mafia stuff means that let's play the outfit. Yeah, let's build an outfit deck. The good thing about playing an outfit deck is that assuming our deck doesn't function, which is probable, they're going to play against us way wrong because there's no way they're going to expect what we're doing. But okay, so we're not playing Tenon, so we don't have that effect that puts counters on other people's cards. We should play all the other ones. We should play the ice. I don't think we need to limit ourselves to only putting eggs on on other people's cards, but I think we should be highly incentivized to. Okay, Aket puts eggs on other people's cards. Pad Factory, the OG card that puts counters on other people's cards. Let's just pay less influence for Pad. Can we play Hedge Fund? I mean, it was more justifiable with Mendel because he's all about those. Yeah, they don't build nests. So, you know what? You're right. If we fire an Aket ability, we are not allowed to advance our own cards. I think that's unacceptable. Okay, let's make things easy on us. We're not allowed to advance Aket. We can advance something else. But we are encouraged to advance their stuff. Okay, let's play Trick of Light 2. Oh, I do have the wrong ID. It's really wrong, huh? All right, I'll make sure to fix that. That explains why. Thank you for noticing. All right, when you're here, you are family. Mafia behavior. We do need an agenda suite, so we should figure out what's legal. I mean, it's winged intimidation, but I think. Yeah. I think because of the nests, I think we can justify hedge fund. It's whatever. Let's see. I think. Oh, we did say they're diurnal, so I think this card works. We got to play some hostiles. I think sometimes, like I said, not all cowbirds will do this, but those cowbird fledglings will sometimes, buck around to knock those eggs out of their nests. So I think hostile takeover is absolutely appropriate. I don't think I can justify Project Atlas, right? I mean, they're family owned and operated. I don't know what to say. SCD. I don't know. No, everyone. I don't know if everyone watching this is familiar with San Francisco, but if you're not, check them out. I'm sure you are. Who's watching this that is not familiar with San Francisco? Maybe somebody. I don't know. Last time I did the Gregor Mendel stream, it was all my friends from liking my webcomic and knew nothing about Netrunner. So the tenor was a little different. It's kind of fun. Okay. I think we can play some armed intimidation, even though it's because of the mafia thing. Is that too much of a stretch? We need to get... oh, speaking of putting things on other things, should we play Glen Station? No, we shouldn't. I don't think we need to get that silly. Really would love to play this, but I don't think I can justify it. That's sad. Transport Monopoly? No. Vulnerability Vanity Project? No. Global Food Initiative. So the defense of GFI would be that we are playing that cowbirds are generalists and global food is like they eat anything, and it's pretty shaky. Put these in here. I mean, it's winged intimidation, but I think it's fine. High-risk investment is absolutely inappropriate for this. Oh, yeah, I don't think... because the point of cowbirds is that they're just laying like 40 eggs in a breeding season. Like, they're not about those high-risk investments, you know what I mean? I feel you, but I don't think we can justify it. I mean, obviously... I'm being really capricious here, and if the wind blew another way, I would say absolutely. But got to go with my gut, Oh, you know what's not legal that would be really cool in this deck? Thomas Haas, because there's some speculation that Thomas Haas is a Bioroid and he's been replaced, which is kind of like, yeah, they're playing egg spam. Yeah, exactly. We're going to be playing an egg spam deck. Is it going to be an asset spam deck? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, you know what we should put in here? Not that it's a agenda, but we should put Corporate Town in here. Because this card, if you look at this art, Corporate Town just has these nice lawns, and cowbirds love lawns. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I mean, maybe we shouldn't have 3 corporate towns because they're weird, but we should definitely have some corporate towns. Standoff. I think cowbirds aren't that confrontational, and also it doesn't help this number at all. So maybe we can come back to standoff, but I don't think we need it. Let's play. I don't know. Let's do a show of force and a global food initiative. Perfect. They're generalists. It's fine. Okay. So. Oh, you're saying we can play standoff so the corporate towns work better. That's true. I don't know if it fits that thematically. I'm going to play a Lady Liberty because Lady Liberty has the Statue of Liberty on it, and cowbirds are one of the most successful birds in the United States. They are our obligate brood parasite if you're from the United States, and this is our asset. Vulnerability. Oh, yeah, let's play Vulnerability Audit. That's better. In fact, let's play 2 Vulnerability Audits. Vulnerability Audit is also cool. And also good with our Trick of Lights. So if we're playing that, we don't need to play... Nah, let's just play... We don't need to play this. I guess we'll just play 1. I don't know. We could play 3. Play 3. And then cut back on these a little. I like that. Because they don't have arms. Vulnerability Audit is cool. Because they're sort of like checking, see what the defenses are. Also, that makes our Lady Liberty cooler. Okay, so we put in hedge funds. And we sort of thematically justified them. That's cool. I think we haven't talked about this in the context of why cowbirds are so successful, but I think we can really go into... I think we can justify a subliminal messaging or two. Preemptive action. Not especially. Cowbirds are in Kansas. They are, yeah, they're a Plainsbird. That's another good reason why Vanity Project would work. Do we want to play? I'm less inclined to play Vanity Project because I don't think it'll be good for our deck, which is such a cowardly thing to say, but it is the truth. Am I missing any cards that advance other cards? Oh, yeah, I am. Of course, the most reliable advancer of other cards, Slot Machine. Heck yeah, our ice is good. I don't know what these cards are. Now we could play some birds. We could play a data raven. We could play we could play observe and destroy because that is what they do with that is what they do. We do have some tagging. No, we took out well, let's put in an observe and destroy for now, and we can cut it later. Wait, there's a violation of theme? I mean, I don't think I think these all these cards are. Oh yeah, yeah, Odadua. Yeah, let's play some Odadua. Now, unfortunately, we can't play like Red Planet Couriers or something like that, like stuff that I think I've given myself the permission. Okay, so okay, let's backtrack. So Trick of Light has a bug on it. Are we giving ourselves permission to play cards that synergize with what we're trying to do, which is put all our counters on their cards? I don't know. Are we allowed to play Red Planet Couriers? Because I did put a Trick of Light with that understanding, but also that card's boring. I don't know. It doesn't work with our agenda suite, so who cares? Let's not do it. Let's just Trick a Light them. Okay, Formicary, a little ant. That sounds delicious. We'll put one in there. Masvingo. Somebody needs to look up what a Masvingo is. Marimati, of course, invented the beanstalk. Has nothing to do with us. We could take an owl. Yeah, let's put an owl in there. Cowbirds tend not to mess with owls because they're a little big for their and owls probably predate cowbirds, to be honest. But you know, I bet if a cowbird had the option to enlist an owl on its team, it would be pleased to do it. So we'll put an owl in there. Why not? How are we doing on ice? Do we need more ice? I mean, pop-up window, like, I feel like there's something about pop-up window where, you know, cowbirds are just all over the place. We're not going to put pop-up window in because it's too much of a stretch. But, you know, while we're playing random tag cards, let's just put we'll put our Data Raven in the deck. That'll combo with our one Observe and Destroy really nicely. Oh, uh-oh. Who let this happen? Oh, it's the capital of a province in Zimbabwe? Okay, that's... I don't think cowbirds are even native there. I don't think we can justify that. Mausolus doesn't work. That's a reference to one of the Seven Wonders. And, you know, maybe cowbirds are one of the Seven Wonders of the brood parasite world, but I don't think we can justify it. Typhoniums are on Mars. That doesn't work. Wormhole? We need some ice. I think they're really not out there eating the bugs. I don't think we can justify it. This is enough ice though, right? Oh, they're gardens. You're right. Absolutely. Let's put a Hordem in there. Yeah, they love the greenery that humans make. Absolutely. Let's put some Mortems in the deck. Darn right. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. The thing about Cowbirds is one of the reasons, and I don't want to jump too far ahead because there's other ways they're successful, but one of the reasons that Cowbirds are so successful is us. We do a bunch of habitat destruction for other birds. We're doing habitat growing for those Cowbirds. They love us. Yeah. All right, we're out of influence, so we should stop looking at those other cards because it'll make us sad. Audacity, that seems like a real stretch. Doesn't really make sense. Back channels? I don't think so. Beanstalk royalty? Doesn't really make sense. Boom, no. Building blocks, CI fund. Ooh. What are we thinking here? I don't want to play Distracted Masses, not because it doesn't fit in the deck, but because I hate that card. Let's see, this is... I really want to play mass commercialization, given the cards we have, but we really can't. Yeah, I don't think they even eat a lot of beans. Like, I don't think they eat a lot of vegetables and stuff. I don't think we can justify it. Can we justify Plan B? Maybe. Oh, we can justify punitive counterstrike, even though our agenda... Oh, yes. Diversified portfolio is a great choice. We definitely can play that, and it's sort of an econ card. Does it work with what we're doing? No. Each server, we're in trouble. Does it work with what we're doing? No. We should put... I don't know what the rest of the cards we're putting in here is, but they should... All right, they don't have public support besides my own. Subliminal messaging doesn't combo mechanically with what we're doing at all. That sucks. Oh, let's just play another corporate town. Let's play... Let's not play Punitive Counterstrike. Let's play one Punitive Counterstrike. So the thing that Punitive Counterstrike is going to do is they're going to access it, and they're going to think that it does something. And joke's on them, those suckers. The board? No. Urban Renewal. Yeah, Cowbirds like Urban Renewal. They really do. We can definitely play Urban Renewal. Can we play preemptive action? Can we justify it? Do Cowbirds do preemptive actions? Preemptive action. This is what my students do when they want to know something. They just brainlessly type. That's rude. I mean, it's hard. But they just type the words they're thinking about, and... I really like my students. I have to say, I really like them. They're great. But yeah, I think sometimes they just think they can type stuff in here and it's just going to solve all the problems. Doesn't really seem like we can justify a preemptive action here, can we? That's a shame. I'd like to get these cards back, but we can't. Let's play another bird. I don't know. Can we justify NGO because of the garden art it shows? I don't think we can, right? Seems kind of like too much of a stretch. Can we justify Mumba Temple? No, it's in India. Can we justify Open Forum? No. Quarantine system? What does that do? Oh, nothing we want. Reconstruction contract? Not really. You know what? Doesn't fit. We're putting it in the deck anyway. Yeah, it can't. I think it's also like a skill you need to work on. Like you need to be good at Googling for your problems, and I think at the moment they're not that good at Googling for their problems, like finding the answer based on searching for stuff. Yep, we'll just put a space camp in there. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I know. Yeah, Friends in High Places would be perfect for this deck. I think we set out to build an asset spam deck, but we somehow we somehow we somehow have. You know, you're right. Let's cut the space camp and we'll put it in NGO. Um, I have no defense for the space camp in this deck. It's just because I like the card. That's not the kind of. All right. While this seems to load, what should we do next? We have a few options. We could do one of our Violet level topics. We could do why are cowbirds so successful. We could do something about the evolution of cowbirds. What they look like. I'm glad y'all haven't chosen that. You can look that up yourself. That topic sucks. But yeah, why don't you take a look at this decision tree? I should put the link in the chat. Boop-a-doop. Yeah. What topic do you want to know next on our skill tree? Since we have this perfect... Yeah, I think 1 NGO is definitely the right number also. Is that true? Let's go down 1 diversified portfolio, because I don't think that card's going to actually be good. The runner's going to be so delighted when they find out that if they trash that Lady Liberty, they never have to worry about it again. This has been a fun adventure, because I really assumed... Oh, yeah, Cowbird Apologism B. Okay, let's talk about it. So that's our first Violet level thing. And here's my Cowbird Apologism. So both the Cowbird Apologism topics are about how, in general, people don't seem to like cowbirds. They think they're an ecological menace. They hate them. If I tell people cowbirds are my favorite bird, I get one of two reactions. Either people tell me, what? I have no idea what that is. Or the only people who are like, oh, I know what that is, are like, what the hell? Why would that be your favorite bird? Because they're a menace. Here's the thing. The family outfit. Yeah. The thing about it is that, you know, we were talking about these... this habitat destruction where we're coming in and destroying this habitat. So all of a sudden, these birds are predated upon by cowbirds. These birds are parasitized upon. I shouldn't say predated. That's just not the right word. Are parasitized upon by cowbirds. And it's the cowbird's fault those birds are going extinct. You just cut half that bird's, half that bird's territory, half the places they could live, and the fact is, here's what I wrote in my comic. The reason why people blame cowbirds is because you're not allowed to just kill the humans. So, like, nature lovers might even want to kill these, but you can't kill humans, and so therefore, people blame the cowbirds. Messed up. And I think also, because of that, I think a lot of the evolutionary impact of cowbirds is a little controversial. Or sorry, not the evolutionary impact. The negative impact of the cowbirds affecting people is controversial, because, like, all the times that cowbird predation goes up, it's in the context of habitat destruction. And if you have habitat destruction, that's a big deal. You also have situations where you allow people to yes, I'm saying cowbirds and humans were friends. We might need more cards that involve killing vulnerable songbirds. Because humans and cowbirds, that's what they're all about. I mean, cowbirds, they don't want to kill vulnerable songbirds, and neither do we, but sometimes stuff happens, you know? That's the attitude of cowbirds, and that's the attitude of us humans. Oh, we should play Scorched Earth. You're right. Let's play a single Scorched Earth. Double Scorched Earth? I mean, it'd be a shame not to play one of the... Let's cut this punitive Counter-Strike and let's go Scorch. Because the thing is, Cowbirds like when the ground is nice and level. Um, oh wait, oh no, that's not how you label a game. Yeah, absolutely. Let's play punitive. Because I think even though mafia behavior in Cowbirds is cool, it's not the main Cowbird thing, you know. All right. While we wait, does anybody want to do another topic on the skill tree? If we murder somebody with a scorch, it's going to be transformatively amazing. I'm going to be so happy. Yeah. So we got our skill tree. We can, if you don't know how to search for what does a Cowbird look like, you can search for him there. Though I do want to mention, in case nobody picks that. Well, no, I'll save it in case somebody picks that. But just don't pick this. I do want to mention, in case, since nobody should pick this, is that one of the things that's cool about Cowbirds, and since they're doing so well in North America, you can see brown-headed Cowbirds all over the time. And if you look up what they look like, they're actually a pretty easy bird to identify. The males are mostly black body, but they have a brown head. They're about the size of a very little. I have almost nothing that tags. We have one armed intimidation. We have Data Raven, and we have the runner. We have nothing that tags. It'll be fine. Yeah, we couldn't even play a Mausolus because that's like a tomb or something. We can't justify that. All right, so yeah, what do we want to hear about next? Why Cowbirds are successful? Cowbird apologism A. This is unlocked. This is not locked yet. We can't get there yet. Why are Cowbirds successful? Don't mind if I do. Love that topic. Okay, so one of the reasons Cowbirds are successful that we've talked about, that you probably guess at, is actually, well, you already unlocked this, but I think this actually should be a two-way street. Anyway, no, I want to edit it now. Okay. Can you do that? One of the reasons that Cowbirds are so successful, yeah, there we go, nice, is that they're generalists, so they're not as vulnerable to, like, a specific, their Cowbirds are not doing the thing like koala bears, koalas, where they're like, oh, we ran out of eucalyptus, so now we're gonna die. That's not Cowbird's jam, especially not the brown-headed Cowbird. And they're also successful because of their great partnership with humans. I don't recommend humans just go about their business having no care about the environment and what life forms survive. But in the short term, Cowbirds benefit from humans just expanding all over the place. In the long term, if we killed all other birds that might raise their babies, Cowbirds wouldn't do so hot. But in general, they're into it. The other reason that Cowbirds do so well, and this sort of ties into their evolution as well, is just that birds, when they're trying to figure out who they should feed, they're looking in their nest, and they're like, I don't want. So birds, much like the band, I think TLC, they don't want no scrubs. They don't. They wanna raise some big, healthy birds. And so Cowbirds might lay their eggs in the nest of 3 different species, and if they happen to have the luck of hatching a little early, or just being a little bigger than the bird that they're parasitizing, that bird parent is going to be like, this is the best fledgling ever. I want to help them out. And so, And so basically Cowbirds benefit just from like being all over the place, and sometimes it benefits them. Look, we got a perfect, if they're on Tag Me Chaos Theory, they're in trouble. All right, so my understanding for decks like this, or for decks like this that don't work, what you should do is just go as fast as possible. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yikes! This is sort of like a build your own. In the outfit, this is like a build your own. This should probably have been a knockout. Oh well. Yeah, if they siphon us, well, it's bad for us if they siphon us, but it's also illegal. Yeah, but I think I'm just going to put all my ice on the remote and hope to jam. So yeah, Cowbirds are successful from a mix of them being generalists and also them just having the good fortune to happen to be bigger than some other birds. Simon Moon endorsed card here, Cotty Jones. My understanding is that this deck was okay. So we might be playing against a core only deck, and you know what? We need the help. All right, so the cool thing here is that this is sort of like a build your own, like, look, we got money. That's actually kind of sweet. So if they don't draw any cards, we win. So I think they're on core only, so we have a huge advantage, even though, like, we just lost the ability to be like, oh, well, our deck is not very tuned. Because they're on Crypsis and Cotty Jones, I think. This Crypsis is an interesting install because it's pretty bulky. It's pretty expensive, but it does mean that if we're just trying to rush out, we're not going to be able to as easily. That one NGO is going to be really good to sort of bait those Crypsis runs. They cleverly found... Whoa. Is this even... Okay, alright. Alright, alright. Let's... Let's do this. Let's do this. I have a feeling like they're not going to challenge our ice much, but maybe that's wrong. I think their econ probably can't keep up with ours, which is not something we can say against most runner decks. But you know, I think right now they're kind of suffering from the fact that they've played a lot of cards that they had a nice econ start, but they've played a lot of cards that don't sort of advance what they're doing, and that can be rough because now they don't have as much money to deal with whatever we're doing. Netrunner is tricky. Cotty Jones is on the table, so eventually they'll have a bunch of money, which is good. They saw our Scorched Earth, which is great because if they play around it, they're going to be playing wrong because we have no kind of Scorched Earth threat. Oops, we just drew a vulnerability on it. I wish we hadn't. That's okay, though. Ooh, Lady Liberty. I don't think we actually res Lady Liberty. Ooh, is Aesop's in core? I don't know. I like their screen name, Lynchpin. This classy. Ooh, we drew another vulnerability on it. That's not perfect. Ooh, this will give them tags. So we haven't laid any eggs on anybody's nest. That's kind of a problem. If they face check the Aket, we'll get them. But for right now, they are taking the money. They've got a Fractor. Okay, so we are not gonna... This is a little bit of bad luck, because they have breakers for everything. Well, they do have the Crypsis, which they can use. Question is, are they gonna want to? Because they will lose the Crypsis, and it'll be pretty expensive. But no, we're gonna be... Yeah, actually, if they don't steal this, they die. That's hilarious. Because they can't take 5 meat, they have to take tags, and then I scorch them to death. Credit perfect. No, will it be credit perfect? Okay. It's even better than credit perfect. Advance. Advance. Alright, well this doesn't really... Alright, so we aren't really doing any... So Cowbird decks are, I think, 4 and 5 or something like that. Look, the Scorch is perfect. Sean, did you see this? We scorched them to death. Wow, we're so good at Netrunner. Perfect. Yeah, so this is that mafia behavior we're talking about. If they don't let us, no, they did let us have our things. I don't know what to say. I don't think we totally channeled Cowbirds very well, but hey, we won a game. While we wait for another game to fire, what's the next topic we want to do? So we got our topics here. I think I put the link above in chat, but I don't know. Wow, let's put that link back. Oh no! All right, if we win this game, it's gonna be so amazing. Laura knows that we're doing a Cowbird stream, so knows our deck is garbage, and also is really good, and also is gonna play well. She's not gonna be like, oh yeah, let's do the other apologism. Do I keep this? I'm gonna keep it. No, I definitely don't keep this, right? I'm gonna keep it. It's got all the coolest cards. Yeah, let's do the other apologism. All right, so this is the other violet level clearance thing. So this one's a little short, but I just love it. Somebody who did a lot of research on Cowbirds did it. I think their name is like Mark, and they live in Ohio. I hate that I don't know that better, but all right, I'm gonna put all these. I'm just gonna put this out here. I don't know. Laura's gonna APOC us. We're in so much trouble. Because on JNet Casual, here's the thing: you can just get away with anything. On JNet Casual, what I would do against somebody else is I would just res this Pad Factory, advance this 3 times, and they just like leave me alone. They really, really would. Ooh, I could ice my card. I think I should do that. I don't know, I'm going to do this. Like, if I just advance this 3 times, JNet Casual is going to let me be. Yes, Mark Halberd, that's his name. Yes. Thank you. So he, that is exactly him. How did you find out that was who I was talking about? That's amazing. But yeah, Mark Hauber, I believe this is his quote. I'm not sure. This is sloppy. I'm sorry. But so there's this quote about how people hate he says people hate cowbirds, but they love hawks. That's because, but a hawk is going to take another bird and tear it like into pieces. And he said, what people hate about cowbirds is that they're sneaky. And, that's messed up because, like, there's nothing wrong with being smart, All right, let's put advancement on this. Let's put an advancement on this. And let's put an advancement on this. All right, let's lay those eggs all over the place. Yeah. I don't know much about Mark Hauber, but I kind of love him just based on like what stuff he's done. Laura's searching desperately for those agendas before she gets rolled by a bunch of brown-headed cowbirds, the most successful bird in North America. I don't know if is that true. I think you can justify it. So that doesn't look like a paperclip in the bin. She's gonna go steal agendas and points elsewhere. She's not playing like she has the APOC. Alright, fine, Laura. Well, we're going to get some points of our own. And let's put this in server 3. We got some points. She's got some points. Everybody's happy. Now that she has a breaker, it will be tricky to win. Let's res this Aket. Aket can be pretty taxing. I think we should... she's going to trash this because she doesn't know that it has no synergy with what we're doing, which is correct. So I think that's one way that Laura's going to be playing against us that is going to help us, because she's going to assume that our deck makes sense. So she's going to give us some credibility we don't deserve. Perfect. All right, so next turn we can go hard. We have all the points we need to win in our hand. So what else could a corporation ask for? Maybe not that. All right, we might be able to prevent Maw here just by letting her steal. Yeah. All right. So. Yeah, the thing about like Laura, she'll give you credit for the cards you have on the board. Like I think some people will like if you're playing weird stuff, they'll just not know how to play against you. But it's hard to be. It's really hard to beat Laura. For me, I think if I played more against Laura and less against JNet Casual, I'd be so much of a better player. But mostly what I do is I just take garbage and win with it and think like, wow, my deck's great. Anyway, let's pick another thing on the skill tree. What do you want to hear about? We only have 3 topics, so we're kind of winding down. All right, let's... That was very funny. Laura, I don't know if you're watching the stream, but that was funny. Thank you for being there. Yeah, what do we want to do for the next topic? I think let's just, I'm going to pick one. Let's talk about the evolution of cowbirds. And something you may not know. Oh, yeah. I think, actually, what we'll do after we do... Yeah, level 5 is just ask questions about cowbirds. Good point. You know what? Let's get here. I'm going to do this one, and then let's say we're there. We got enough skills. Yeah. All right. So the thing that's very interesting about cowbird evolution, and this is actually pretty tied into why I love them so much. They're just a really fascinating bird. Cowbirds are a bit of this evolutionary puzzle because they have a behavior that is very successful. Right? Brown-headed cowbirds, they're doing great in North America. It's a really they're doing really well evolutionary wise. They're passing a lot of their offspring on to the next generation, or more importantly, they're passing their genes on to the next generation. And so but the thing about evolution that's important to know is that evolution moves slowly. It moves in steps. Nothing evolves because it's heading to somewhere that's going to be good. Like, if there's, every step in an evolutionary puzzle either has to happen because it didn't hurt or it helped. And so the trick about cowbirds is that cowbirds don't have nests. They don't build nests. How does a bird go from a bird that builds nests to not having nests? It seems like a puzzle to think, how could a bird not have this, obligate brood parasite behavior? What's the switch? And so I think evolutionary theorists struggled a while trying to figure out what that is. And I think especially for the cuckoo, and other obligate brood parasite, you think, like, how could this have happened? Like, how do you get these birds that are laying their egg mimicry eggs in other birds' nests? It's puzzling. And so what they've kind of figured out is that, how I was saying that cowbirds benefit from other birds being smaller than them? Basically, because of sort of bird behavior being like, oh, here's a big fledgling. Because here's a big bird. All right. So Devanchar is definitely scamming us. This is probably Ben Nee Bioken playing on an alt account. Ooh, freedom. That's cool. I'm excited to see what they're doing. All right, this hand is actually good. Corporate Town, sweet. I guess Freedom trashes that very efficiently. That's annoying. Let's put this on R&D, the Data Raven. We can put Aket. I actually want to put this on the remote because I think Aket being taxing is going to be how we win this game. No, Benny is not playing again. I wish. That was wishful thinking. I did see he is still making videos about what he is doing, and they're still great videos. What a delight that person is. So they're kind of punishing us for not having a fast start here. Look at this. Data Raven, Observe and Destroy. We are so good at building a synergistic, good, strong deck. All right, that's only 2 viruses for them to trash, which is a little bit bad. Maybe let's just put another thing out. Maybe we can, I don't know. Yeah, fair. They don't have a lot of real money, so these icebreakers, they can't get through. Maybe I'm not really thinking this through. And we can really see here my sort of inexperience with freedom punishing me because I'm not really totally sure like what I should be doing exactly. They can go trash this pad campaign for nothing. That seems pretty good. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. What better value am I going to get out of this pad campaign, right? I don't know. I would, with these double trick of lights, I would love to get a pad factory right now. This pad campaign, the pad factory, yes. Oof. All right, well, they're a little low on money, but they're about to have a credit every run. Pretty sick for them. Yeah, I'll definitely take a bad publicity. I love this bad whatchamacallit impression we're doing here. It's like a really pathetic corporate war or a really pathetic I'm just going to be a jerk and say something that doesn't make any sense. But it's true. It is true that cowbirds are diurnal. Uh-oh. This is how you know you're going to lose the game, when criminals just take a second to get their money. Then how do you win? Oh, I should move these, actually. What kind of stream is this? Like, how are people going to know? Look, they just get to trash this for free. That's incredible. And they're going to get one of these here. Look, complicated. Now I could do something really silly and res this corporate town. I don't think I want to, but that is appealing. I think I'm going to, if they've run this, I don't think I'm going to res, because I would really love to surprise them with, oh no, this is the Whoredom. This is the Akhet. Oh yeah, I'll res, definitely. And then I'll probably Akhet the Whoredom? Whoa. That's pretty cool. Interesting. It doesn't make sense to purge right now. Let's do this. Let's do this, because they don't... Maybe I can bait a real purge, or maybe I can bait them purging, which is them using freedom to trash Lady Liberty. They're really making sure this turtle's strong enough before they go to battle. Maybe resing this didn't make a lot of sense because it only cost them 2. Maybe they pay money. I don't know. I'd love for them to pay 5 real bucko or viruses here. That would make me very happy. Though I don't think it's correct. Oh, nice. Looks like they haven't seen that before. Oh, nice. They paid money for it. That makes me very happy. Ooh, oh, they're definitely going to virus this. Okay, so our dreams of corporate towning them are dead. Maybe they leave this alone until we res it, but it's so it's so trivial to do this. I think we're in okay shape. It depends on like what their breaker situation is. If this is how they're getting into servers, that's going to be pretty slow. Ooh, we can even prepare for a purge here. I'm going to advance this twice hopes of in hopes of getting them to hit it. Because if we get to fire a Hordem, that should put us in good position to win the game. I have lost games where I fired a Hordem. It's embarrassing. I don't like to admit it, but I have. Ooh, hello. Oops, purge. Right now our strength is enough that it's going to be a little tricky for them to get in. Next turn we can probably just hostile takeover. I don't think they're going to face check our Hordem. They seem like they're being pretty cautious. I just want this point. Alright, so we're hostile takeovering their nest. We are unpopular, like cowbirds are. You know, nature lovers hate them. A lot of people hate cowbirds. It makes me sad, but it's true. Ooh, hive mind's really cool. That's neat. I feel, look at what a fun party we'd be having right now. If only we had a pad factory. Love what they're doing. Hive mind Amakua always seems really neat. One thing to note about this hive mind is it's not on a progenitor, so we can purge all the counters on here, which feels pretty good. If they don't run this, I mean, I don't care about this meat damage, but what do we get if we get to fire Hordem? I think anything in the world, right? Actually, they can't break many of these. Feels kind of pointless to just like res this and purge, but I think it's good. I don't know. I think it'll slow them down in a fun way. Fun for us, not for them. All right, we'll purge, and we're going to discount this urban renewal because the urban renewals are pointless. We can res all our ice. The problem with this urban renewal is that we don't care about firing it, so it'll be annoying if our scoring server is just like chilling for a while. I think one thing that people sometimes find trying to build with this kind of deck, they're building with a lot of cool synergies here. You got Hive Mind, Friday Chip, Virus Breeding Ground, all sort of like this powerful synergies. And Virus Breeding Ground says it has to have a counter on it, so you no longer, so they can't even put those Virus Breeding Ground counters on any of these cards yet. That's harsh. I think there's the progenitor, and it would be nice if they can. I don't know if they have a second Hive Mind, but Hive Mind's what they need right now. This is what they needed before they installed that hive mind. So, because then that progenitor makes it such that When you purge, you lose one less counter, and then you can always virus breeding grounds back onto your hive mind. Maybe that's not something they know and they're asking right now. Yeah. Yeah. So they're yeah, and I think that's I think they're sounds like they're reasonably sophisticated for a new player because they're like, I'm pretty sure I know what's up, but I'd ask because it's it's worth it. Ooh, nice. They've got the simul chip. They can. Nice. That's also a nice utility card for Freedom. That does a lot of stuff. And now they can put counters back on there. They don't have enough time to put counters on here, and I think if I advance this twice, I'm going to be wasting their time, and I'm fine with that. So I'm going to advance. I need to not have there be any open servers. Let's put that here too. Which is lousy because we were trying to do the asset spam thing because we're bird spam, but we aren't allowed to play, or we're egg spam, but we're not allowed to play eggs in our deck, only cards, and so we're just trying to put as many cards on the table as possible. But I think against this, keeping the cards off the table is pretty good. We don't want to let them get any Amakua counters, though they do have this hive mind thing going, so maybe it's not that important. I don't know. I still have the chance of hortoning them to death. Not to death, but to my delight. What do I get with Hortum? Maybe another Hortum. If this is their rig, I think it's just a second Hortum and an agenda sounds pretty fun. They actually are in tough situation. I didn't realize this, but with this broad daylight and this urban renewal, they are in a little bit of trouble, aren't they? Now they could have, and I've had worse. Ooh, nice. That's pretty good. Not a lot of synergy with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, we can do this. Undo turn. Nice, we did it. So we're gonna be... Yeah, we could just kill them? That's... Oh, whoa. That's not okay. Look at that. That's really cool. They can come trap. That's so cool. I forgot about that. So now this is strength 3, so they can... They have a bunch of bad pubs, so this is not... I wonder if they spend a virus to trash this urban renewal, or they're just going to spend money. I feel like they should spend a virus, but I think they're going to spend money. Actually, it might not be an option. They might not have the money. So they can only break one of these two things. So we are going to... What should we advance? I really want to advance the hive mind, but I might want to trash it later. Let's put an egg on there. All right, we're doing it. All right, so there's an egg on their Friday chip, and that is not leaving. Friday chip is good at putting away other stuff. All right, are they going to spend a virus? They should, but I don't know if they're going to. Now I'm kind of regretting throwing away the other urban renewal. I hadn't noticed that this is a kill. I mean, I can't believe I kept it over this. Who cares about Corporate Town? Okay, so they're going to spend the virus. That's disappointing for me. I would really like them to not do that. This is scary. Like, they can just kill things very easily with this parasite and this hive mind together. Yeah, you can just... He only cares about virus tokens, not advancement counters. Yeah, that is unnecessarily confusing. They made they made what I think is the right call, which I'm disappointed about. I wanted them to make the wrong call. Do I get another urban renewal out of there? They can get in here pretty easily. Of course, all right, I'm gonna purge. I think it's good. That was maybe a waste of time. I don't know. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna trash this because if I can observe and destroy them, I can scorch them. Probably wrong, probably not the right thing to do, but here we are. So they can actually kill this Aket? That's incredible. That's really, really cool. Ooh, neat. Knob Carry, very cool card. And they even get to install it a little sooner. Their Mew problems have disappeared. Our opponent seems really great. Okay. Do I purge again? I think no, right? I'm going to lose the game if I keep purging like that. Let's do this. And gain a credit. They still don't have a breaker for my Hornum. In retrospect, if I knew exactly what they are on, it would have been smarter to put this on the remote, I guess. But actually, it's pretty great on HQ. So they can now kill this Aket by just simply virus breeding grounding onto here. That is awesome. That's a really neat trick that they have available to them. So neat. It was nice that we were able to use up a simul chip to have for them to set this up, because that's a little scary. Wait, do we? Okay. All right, so we fished my wish of getting another Hordem for the remote. We have this kill on the table. We have our Scorch, we have our Armed Intimidation, and our Broad Daylight. That might be fun. Fun for everybody, especially us. And we have some Trick of Lights, which we can also use to... All right, I think I do res this Data Raven and tell them... Ooh, they're going to take a tag. Break. That's probably correct. They get a bunch of virus counters. That's pretty good for them. Wow, that's very cool. This rig is impressive and scary. I was kind of trashing at the beginning, but I'm surprised they're not running here. Wow, I trashed this. Wow, look at this. If I had trashed this Observe and Destroy, things would be so amazing right now. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. And let's do... No, we don't want to do that yet. We want to advance, advance. We're in a situation where... So, how can Trick of Light help us? I don't think it can help us much. Ooh, we get to party. That's pretty harsh. Yeah. All right, so those fire, yeah? That's great. So what do we get? So first we get $4. Then we end the run and get to pick just 4 cards. Subliminal messaging is any run. I don't know. Oda Duel. This seems silly. Okay, so this is embarrassing, but I just can't think of what would be good here. I think I want another Hordem and a Hostile? I don't know. Netrunner is hard. Oh, I'm glad I got that other Hordem. All right, they're gonna come look and see what I got. It'd be sad if they got the Armed Intimidation. I think we only have one of those in the deck, right? Oh, they're gonna trash a Trick of Light and everything. Good for them. So I'm gonna put this here. Advance this once. And maybe just advance this once? It lets them trash the Hordem, which maybe is silly. Maybe that's a mistake. Probably is a mistake. Wow, these parasites are so cool. I lose a lot of games where I get to fire Hordem, which is so embarrassing, but yet here we are. So if they're under 4 cards, I think so. If they go under 3 cards, I think I kill them, but not if they go under 4 cards. because I I'm gonna lose this game, and I've gotten to fire 2 Whoredoms. That's really not the best. Gosh, I would love. Okay, let's get. I don't know, a slot machine and a slot machine. Are we gonna trash that? Probably not. Oh, they are. Okay, that's fair. So I don't think it's worth it for me to just like hope that they. No, because I can't purge right now because they have too much. This is tricky. Yeah, they're doing some fun. They're doing some fun stuff. I guess the slot machine's still good because it's 3 credits for them to break. I have only 2 bad pub. What kind of armed intimidation deck am I? They do lose the game if they go below. Ooh, that's gonna find another parasite. How many parasites have they found already? There's still 1 parasite in their deck, so they can. All right, so I'm gonna purge. That seems worth it. They probably have another parasite, and they could have gone and got it. Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe they want to wait until they're assaulting the server. That makes sense. What do they do? Oh, sure, gamble. Okay. There's no point in resing Aket. Alright, so they actually, I think, die here. Because I can do this. And unfortunately, that's gonna be it. All right, so Scorched Earth. Cowbirds yet again thriving in a really flat environment. What a silly. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, classic Wayland strategies, the Whoredom train. Thank you for whoever reminded me that cowbirds do appreciate gardens because it really was relevant here, huh? Um, this is the one of in my deck, right? Armed intimidation. Cowbirds don't even have arms. Yeah, we've gotten 2 kills from. Yeah, and I think with this deck, one of the things with Freedom is that I think they don't really they don't. They sometimes suffer from, sort of slow setup, and I think Parasite helps a little bit with that. But it makes their late game really good. That seems amazing. Just boom, that ice is dead. Boom, that ice is dead. Very satisfying. All right, so let's say y'all have unlocked question mode. If anybody has any questions about Cowbirds, I'd be happy to answer them. Cowbird questions. That's our ultraviolet clearance that you've been granted. What they look like? They look like birds. Why I love them? A lot of reasons. Mainly, some extent, I'm kind of a contrarian, but also I just think like the evolutionary puzzle around cowbirds is really fascinating, and I also like that they're a bird you can easily identify outside in the world. Yeah, so that's all our topics. So I think we had a winning record with all our decks. Oh yeah, would they be invasive? That's such a cool question. So, and it's a little bit out of my expertise to answer it, but I would think they would do pretty well. Like everything they would need is around. Like they have grass, they have other birds' nests. Now the thing with cowbirds is that they need to have birds that feed them the right food. I would think they would have that. Cowbirds, cowbird fledglings can suffer if they put an egg in the nest of a bird that doesn't feed them what a fledgling needs. So, if the fledgling's just giving it, not that, even as bad as it was that we put owl in our deck, I'm not saying that a cowbird egg has never ended up in an owl nest, but even if it did, it would do pretty badly there because the owl's trying to give it mice, and cowbird doesn't know what to do with that. So it's a great question. I think it could potentially be really bad if we imported cowbirds into Europe or Asia. That said, I don't know. I wonder if it's happened. Let's see. Cowbirds, invasive species. And of course, they're not. Oh. Is there origin Europe? See, look at this. Look. Whose fault is cowbirds? Europeans. Exactly. Why are they homegrown exotics? What does that mean? I don't know. I guess because they... Oh, relatedly, is it okay to remove cowbirds' eggs from host nests? Great question, Audubon Society. And the reason you'll find there is that they'll actually recommend not doing that. One, because they don't want you to disturb the nest, and also that can cause mafia behavior, and it can make the bird think that their nest has been disturbed in a way. They really don't recommend messing with cowbird nests or cowbird eggs, even if you're like, I don't like cowbirds. I want to hurt them. Is the mob behavior at an individual level, or do cowbirds team up to beat up the hosts? Oh, great question. So I think it's not. It's at the individual level, and they're not beating up the hosts. They're wrecking the nests. They'll like destroy all the eggs in the nests. Yeah, it does. Yeah, my understanding is that they're native to North. The brown-headed cowbirds are native to North America. I think other cowbird species go into South America, and they're a South American bird too. But if they were in Asia, how would they do? I don't know. That's an interesting question. It's kind of a hypothetical. That's one of the tough things about invasive species. There's so many variables to go on. You don't know exactly what it's going to be like. I think there's a potential for it to be quite bad, but predicting the responses of native birds to transoceanic invasions by avian brood parasites. Look at this paper. What? All right, let's read this. 3 species of brood parasites are. Oh, this is the other way around. So this is about some cuckoos trying to rein in our. Oh. So if I'm understanding this abstract well, and I'm kind of skimming it, so maybe I'm not. What I think it's saying is that American robins do better against these invasive cuckoos because of the red-blooded patriot cowbird preparing them for battle. Cowbirds are like a vaccine there, maybe. Oh no, maybe no. That's quite the opposite. Okay, never mind. They studied robins because they were worried about it, and they said that even though they have evolved egg rejection defenses against native brood parasites, the invasion of brood parasites from other continents might have a different impact. That's interesting. Okay, so not all vaccines are effective. All right, let's look at these beautiful decks. Let's critique these decks. Political graffiti, what were we thinking? I don't remember. Why did we put this in our deck? Obviously, we make some... can I tell you why guinea pig? I don't think I did. Cowbirds. So there's this video. How am I going to find it? Driving cars at? Yeah. So somebody did this study on cowbirds that had nothing to do with them being obligate brood parasites and all to do with the fact that they just happen to have some cowbirds. And it's a fascinating video. And what is interesting about it is that what they did is they put them in a room with a screen, and then they you lay an egg in the corpse score area. Okay, fair enough. They have a screen, and then they show a video of a car speeding towards the cowbirds. And what they found out is, and what they were able to do with that, and they saw when they reacted. And the interesting finding of this study, this isn't the study, this is a article summarizing it, and it doesn't link to the article. What the heck, the Wildlife Society. But what the finding was from this study was that you really get this point at which the cowbirds, at least, just would not react in time to the speed of that car. You kind of get the idea that maybe they're only really able to react in time to the speeds at which they would expect things to be speeding at them at. Okay. All right. Sorry for besmirching the name of the Wildlife Society. They linked to the study. Okay. All right. It surprised me. This site, I don't know this site, but they look legit. Look, they're asking people to donate to them. People don't donate to you if you aren't linking to studies that you're talking about. Yeah, this study rules, and the videos from this study are great. I really enjoyed watching some cowbirds suffer, even though I love them. I don't understand. I think the last time I read this, I didn't understand why they used cowbirds. I think it's just because they happen to be there. They're very prevalent, and maybe they wanted to get it past the review board. All right. Yeah, I think 4 o'clock is kind of when I was planning on calling it a night. Thank you all for being here. I think that was really fun. I really, it's kind of a joke to be talking about them, but also I really like talking about them. They're like one of my favorite animals, and I think there's a lot of interesting things going on with them. Good job unlocking your skill tree. You are now amazing. Okay. If I get around to it, I'll publish these decks. There's no real reason to, because I don't recommend you playing them. You could just as easily pick a random assortment of card as long as there are hedge funds in it, and you'd have just as functional of a deck. So, yeah. That said, we had a winning record with both decks. Cowbirds are too strong. Just like the brown and headed cowbird, we were amazingly successful because we were generalists. We didn't just try and do one thing. We, got some agendas here. We scored some agendas here. Maybe this time we threatened to score out. Maybe sometimes we scorched earth them somehow. All right. Thank you all for being here. And I always regret that I don't have a catchphrase at the end of these things. Does Andre from the Metroball Grid have a catchphrase? Or is he just charming? I think he's just charming, right? Anyway, till next time.